don't wanna sleep.
What's up everybody, welcome to another honest comparison video. Okay, today I have this Oneplus 10T, Vivo iQOO 90, which is known as Vivo iQOO 10 in Chinese market. As I live in China, I have got this Vivo iQOO 10, and finally we have this Nubia Z40S Pro. Okay, actually I'm not gonna talk a lot about this Oneplus 10T because in Chinese market, OnePlus 10 Pro costs only $580 at this moment. That means OnePlus 10 Pro in Chinese market is even cheaper than what OnePlus 10T costs in global market. I think buying OnePlus 10T at this moment is waste of money because as far as I know, in US market, OnePlus 10 Pro will get heavy price cut within 1 or 2 months. There is already $100 permanent price cut in US market, and another $100 price cut is coming soon. So considering the specifications of OnePlus 10T side by side with OnePlus 10 Pro, price tag of OnePlus 10T is way higher than what I have expected and what it should be. As I have already managed to buy this OnePlus 10 Pro for $580 in China, I'm super happy with this one, and I cannot recommend this OnePlus 10T to any of my subscribers or regular viewers because this one actually offers the worst value for money. But as we go through the review process of these two smartphones, I mean Nubia Z40S Pro and iQOO 90 or iQOO 10, definitely we will talk a bit about this OnePlus 10T. Well, before we start the video, one request to all of my subscribers and viewers. If you find this video helpful, if you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. Support honest content. As usual, let's start from unboxing. Okay, this one is my Nubia Z40S Pro and this one is my iQOO 10, which is known as iQOO 90 in global market. Okay, after opening the top lid, both of these two brands have provided some message, like on Nubia the slogan is be yourself, and on iQOO the slogan is iQuest on and on. There goes our iQOO and Nubia. Let's put the smartphones aside for a while. Let's check what other things we have got inside the box. Underneath the smartphone, iQOO has provided a motorsport card. This shows that this iQOO 10 is developed in partnership with BMW M Motorsport. There is a quick start guide and a SIM ejector tool included inside the box. Nubia has also provided a SIM ejector tool and a quick start guide. iQOO has provided a TPU silicon protective case, a typical cheap silicon protective case. Yeah, there is nothing special, it looks so cheap, and I think this is gonna ruin the appearance and outlook of the smartphone. On the other hand, Nubia has provided a hard shell. Yeah, this is a hard shell protective case, more like a bumper case because this one actually isn't gonna provide any protection to the sides of the smartphone. The top panel, the bottom part, everything is wide open. This is just gonna protect the back panel of the smartphone. Yeah, after checking this Nubia Z40S Pro protective case, I think actually iQOO protective case will provide better protection. Nubia Z40S Pro comes with a 80-watt charger while iQOO 10 comes with a 120-watt charger. Even if Nubia supports lower wattage, the size of the charger is bigger than iQOO charger, and actually build quality of this Nubia charger is far better than iQOO charger. Both of the brands have provided USB-C to USB-C charging cable, but I must mention the charging cable of Vivo iQOO 10 is way better than what Nubia has provided inside the box of Nubia Z40S Pro. This is a premium quality charging cable provided inside the box of iQOO 10. Well, this is our Vivo iQOO 10 and Nubia Z40S Pro. Let's unwrap these budget flagship beasts. Okay, on my left, this is Nubia Z40S Pro. Nubia belongs to ZTE. Everybody knows that, right? Nubia, ZTE and Red Magic, all of these three brands belongs to ZTE. Nubia is just a sub-brand of ZTE, the same as Vivo. Yeah, Vivo, iQOO, OnePlus, Oppo, Realme, all belongs to the same brand, BBK Group. In Chinese, that is Pupu Gao. Look at these. Is there any difference between OnePlus 10 Pro back panel and iQOO 10 back panel? The rear panel of both of these two smartphones are built with the same materials. Yeah, these don't only look similar, they actually feels the same. In-hand feelings are the same. Vivo has tried to give this iQOO 10 a new appearance, a unique appearance. So yeah, the upper part of this iQOO 10, iQOO 90 is a bit different. The upper part is a glossy glass panel, and on the left side there is a tiny bump for this rear camera setup. On iQOO 10 Pro this setup looks a bit better, but on iQOO 10 or iQOO 90 this one looks so ugly. The blend of these two isn't so precise. There is a visible gap, a noticeable gap, and yeah, there is a bit of a sharp edge. So in hand it doesn't feel premium, it doesn't look premium, but definitely this iQOO 90 or iQOO 10 is built with premium materials. Look at this one more time. iQOO 90 comes with the same rear panel, same anti-glare matte finished glass panel that OnePlus has used for OnePlus 10 Pro. So about the materials that Vivo iQOO has used for this iQOO 90, I have no complaint about that, but I think they could have been a bit more creative. Things are getting almost similar day by day. It's becoming almost identical between Vivo iQOO and other Vivo products. As both of these two smartphones got metal, aluminum frame, so both of these two have very good build, and Nubia has also used anti-glare matte finish, which is also very similar to this OnePlus 10 Pro, but this is actually not identical to OnePlus 10 Pro. It's almost identical to ZTE Axon 40 Ultra. Yeah, the appearance, the feelings, the finish, everything is very similar, but the color is different. I must say, by changing the color a bit, Nubia has done something very clever. Now it's no more truly identical, it's similar. I really like this design of Nubia Z40S Pro. Nubia has done actually a lot better. They haven't copied something from one brand. They have actually managed to put a lot of things together and give it a much more unique outlook, unique appearance, unique feelings. Check this profile slider on OnePlus 10 Pro, and check this. There is a profile slider on Nubia Z40S Pro. Check this part of Vivo X80 Pro Plus, and now check this part of Nubia Z40S Pro. Do you find the similarities? If I continue to find, then I will find a lot of similarities with many other different smartphones with this Nubia Z40S Pro, but at the end of the day, this one has much more premium feelings. In hand, it feels premium, it looks premium. This one comes with more features, and most importantly, finally Nubia has made a product which actually performs, which actually has everything right. So in terms of appearance, design and build quality, I would give Nubia the point. I'm really sorry, this iQOO 90 or iQOO 10, whatever you call it, this one totally looks like a copycat. On top, both of these two smartphones comes with two antenna bands. Nubia Z40S Pro and iQOO 90 both have a secondary noise cancellation microphone. iQOO 90 also have a IR blaster, which is missing on Nubia Z40S Pro. None of these two smartphones comes with a secondary dedicated speaker for symmetric stereo sound. Power button and a profile slider is on the right side of Nubia Z40S Pro. Yeah, all of the buttons are on the right side of iQOO 90. Power button and volume rockers both are on the right side. That means on the left side of iQOO 90 there is nothing, it's totally clean. On the other hand, the volume rockers of Nubia Z40S Pro is on the left side. At the bottom, it's very similar, almost identical. Yeah, there is a compact dual SIM tray, primary microphone, dual antenna bands, USB-C port and bottom firing loudspeaker. Both of these two smartphones comes with stereo speaker sound, and both of these two smartphones uses the earpiece as the secondary speaker to create stereo sound. On the right, this one is Vivo iQOO 90. On the left, this one is Nubia Z40S Pro. Both of these two smartphones comes with a punch hole in the center for selfie camera. And yeah, both of these two smartphones comes with FHD Plus display panel. iQOO 90 got a 6.78-inch OLED panel, while Nubia Z40S Pro comes with a 6.67-inch OLED panel. Both are very vibrant and there are a lot of options, especially all the usual, general options are available on both of these two smartphones. Dark mode, eye protection, night light, there are all the options available, and we can also change screen colors and color temperature on both of these two smartphones. Nubia Z40S Pro is gonna get an extra point for having three different screen refresh rates: 60, 120 and 144 Hz. Yeah, 144 Hz is definitely missing on iQOO 90, but I am truly disappointed to see none of these two brands have implemented 90 Hz refresh rate. 90 Hz actually is the sweetest spot. I'm not gonna say it's a sweet spot, it's the sweetest spot because 90 Hz offers very good refresh rate and also saves battery. In 144 Hz refresh rate, definitely Nubia Z40S Pro offers much better fluidity. This one seems much more smooth, I should say battery smooth. I cannot say Vivo iQOO 90 isn't smooth or there is a very big difference, but actually if you use these two side by side, you will feel the difference. Definitely there is a difference, but I'm gonna use these two smartphones in auto refresh rate to save some battery. Well, Vivo iQOO 90 comes with another option which is missing in Nubia Z40S Pro. there is a visual enhancement option in Vivo iQOO 90. This visual enhancement actually optimizes the color and contrast of some pictures for more vivid and vibrant display effect. Yeah, even if that option is missing in Nubia Z40S Pro, I still believe Nubia Z40S Pro display panel is much better than Vivo iQOO 90 because Nubia Z40S Pro display panel offers comfort to my eyes, and yeah, overall display performance of Nubia Z40S Pro is slightly better than iQOO 90. Okay, I'm gonna play the same 4K video on both of these two smartphones. You check by yourself which one do you prefer. A lot of things depends on personal preferences, and yeah, sometimes it's a bit subjective.
I'm a human being, cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things.
I have already mentioned that there is no dedicated second loudspeaker on any of these two smartphones, so both the Nubia and the iQOO depends on the earpiece to create stereo speaker sound. I prefer the sound quality of this Nubia Z40S Pro. I'm gonna play this same music on both of these two smartphones. Please don't forget to make a comment and share with us which one do you prefer.
Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it though, you gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, no it's your time no more. Who the f*** you're not good enough, there's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it, it's impossible. It's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you
Well, here goes the main reason why I didn't add this Oneplus 10T along with the other two smartphones in this comparison, because the rear camera setup of Oneplus 10T is far worse than iQOO 90 and Nubia Z40S Pro. This one actually comes with an inferior camera setup, and this camera setup is not even comparable to many other budget mid-range smartphones. iQOO 90 or iQOO 10 comes with a very good rear camera setup considering its price tag. This one comes with a 2x telephoto lens. The telephoto lens is tagged to a Sony IMX663 12MP sensor. Yeah, this is a mediocre sensor, but considering the price tag of iQOO 90, having a 2x optical zoom telephoto lens and the IMX663 sensor tagged to it, it's a very big thing. Also, the main sensor of iQOO 90 is no way a cheap one. This one comes with a 50MP Samsung ISOCELL GN5 main sensor and a 13MP ultra-wide sensor. So, considering its price tag, altogether the rear camera setup is a very good one. But this good rear camera setup looks very ordinary beside the rear camera setup of Nubia Z40S Pro, because Nubia Z40S Pro comes with a flagship class rear camera setup. This one comes with a Sony IMX787 main sensor, Samsung ISOCELL JN1 50MP ultra-wide sensor, and this Nubia Z40S Pro even got a periscope lens. The periscope lens is tagged to a Hynix HI847 8MP sensor. That means Nubia Z40S Pro 5x periscope lens got the same sensor which Vivo X80 Pro has. Vivo X80 Pro 5x periscope lens is also tagged to the same sensor, Hynix HI847. Yeah, when we are talking about camera specifications, I must mention that Vivo iQOO 10 comes with V1 Plus ISP. So if you think iQOO is an independent brand, then my question would be why iQOO is using a Vivo's custom-made ISP. Definitely, iQOO is a sub-brand of Vivo, and that's why iQOO and Vivo shares everything in between. Okay, considering the camera specification, Nubia Z40S Pro is well ahead of iQOO 90. Let's check some photos side by side taken with both of these two smartphones. Let's see which one actually has performed better in real life. If you want me to do a dedicated camera comparison video, then please make a comment and let me know in the comment section below. But briefly, Nubia Z40S Pro camera performance is even better than Oneplus 10 Pro. So you can understand, Nubia Z40S Pro camera performance actually belongs to the flagship segment.
I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains. games, let my money show. I've got these.
Well, we have checked appearance, build quality, camera, display, speaker. Now it's time for real performance. Let's run Antutu Benchmark. We will run Antutu Benchmark back-to-back 3 times and we will check whether there is any thermal throttling or not. As both of these two smartphones comes with Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SoC, I believe both of these two smartphones will perform very well and there shouldn't be any thermal throttling. I personally don't prefer Antutu Benchmark, I prefer 3DMark, the gamer's benchmark. We will run 3DMark after running Antutu Benchmark back-to-back 3 times. Well, after the first run, Nubia Z40S Pro has managed to score 1,047,000 while iQOO 10 in China, as I live in China, this one is a iQOO 10, has managed to get 1,073,000. Definitely iQOO 90 is a bit ahead than Nubia Z40S Pro. But have you noticed, iQOO 90 battery has drained by 2% to finish this Antutu Benchmark test, while Nubia Z40S Pro battery was drained by 1%. That's a good thing. Let's run Antutu Benchmark one more time, let's see what happens.
Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never run.
Well, after the second run, Nubia Z40S Pro has managed to score 1,018,000 while Vivo iQOO 10 or iQOO 90 has managed to score 1,060,000. The difference in score has got bigger, but battery performance, look at this one more time. iQOO 90 has drained 4%, but Nubia Z40S Pro has only drained 2%. Let's run this Antutu Benchmark one more time. Let's see what type of thermal throttling is waiting for us.
I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the you don't do.
This is crazy, this is insane, this is amazing. After the third run, Nubia Z40S Pro has almost managed to catch up with this iQOO 90. Nubia Z40S Pro has scored 1,061,000 while iQOO 90 has scored 1,073,000. This time, both of these two smartphones have drained 5% battery, so it's almost the same. It's good to see that there is no such thermal throttling and both of these two smartphones have performed with consistency. But iQOO 90 actually gets this point because this one has managed to score better Antutu score than Nubia Z40S Pro. I'm gonna give these two smartphones enough time to get cooled down and then we will run 3DMark the gamer's benchmark. Well, it's time for 3DMark the gamer's benchmark. I'm gonna run Wildlife Extreme Stress Test. This is nightmare for any smartphones, not only mid-range smartphones, even for super flagship smartphones, this is a nightmare. This test has 20 loops, each loop takes around 1 minute, so altogether this tests around 20 minutes and after the test we will have some useful and correct information.
I'm a human being, cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen.
Well, look at this. Best loop score of Nubia Z40S Pro is 2830, while Vivo iQOO 90 has managed to score 2816. This type of difference actually doesn't mean anything. The lowest loop score of Nubia Z40S Pro is 2675, while lowest loop score of Vivo iQOO 90 is 2623. Again, very close performance. But stability rate of Nubia Z40S Pro is 94.5%, while stability rate of iQOO 90 is 93.1%. So I would say this point goes to Nubia Z40S Pro for having better stability rate. Playing games on this Nubia Z40S Pro is fun. It's so enjoyable cause you will get very steady and very good frame rate between 52 to 59 frames per second. There is no hint of lagging and frame rate won't start dropping until you play games for more than a few hours. After 2 hours or so, obviously you will notice that the phone is slightly heated and frame rate will drop a bit, but if you can give the phone 15 minutes of cooling down period and then start playing again, damn, you will again get that steady frame rate which actually stays around 55 frames per second. iQOO 10 is no slouch, it also offers a very good frame rate, moreover it performs better than its bigger brother. I mean, iQOO 10 performs better than iQOO 10 Pro, but trust me, playing games on Nubia Z40S Pro is as smooth as playing games on any other gaming flagships like Red Magic 7S Pro. Nubia has definitely done something special so that this phone offers way better in-game experience than its competitors. In terms of thermal management and frame rate, this is so tight. It's very difficult to choose a winner. I would say you can choose any of these two and you will get the best from both of these two. Select any of these two depending on other preferences cause gaming performance is almost identical. Okay, Nubia Z40S Pro comes with iOS 12 and Android 12, while iQOO 10 comes with Origin OS in Chinese market. I'm not sure why Origin OS is not available in global market. I don't know about you, but I like the simplicity of iOS. I mean the skin that Nubia uses in their smartphones. But actually I'm in love with Origin OS Ocean. This one is one of the best Android skins that I have ever used. If you ever get a chance to use this Origin OS Ocean, then I think you will forget about the Oxygen OS, which comes with Oneplus 10T. Well, both of these two smartphones supports RAM expansion. iQOO 10 actually supports up to 4GB of phone storage. So yeah, you can use 4GB of UFS 3.1 storage as extended RAM, while this Nubia Z40S Pro supports up to 6GB of RAM expansion. To make this comparison fair, I have bought both these smartphones with 8GB of RAM and expanded it with 4GB of UFS 3.1 storage. Both of these two smartphones comes with in-display fingerprint sensor. But yeah, as these are budget flagships, there is no 3D ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. These are old school in-display fingerprint sensors. So yeah, it takes a bit of a time to register a fingerprint and actually the performance is very good. After using these two smartphones side by side for a few days now, I think Vivo iQOO 10 fingerprint sensor is a bit faster than Nubia Z40S Pro. Both of these two smartphones also comes with face unlock option, and yeah, it's very easy to register your face data, and it's even easier to unlock these smartphones with this face unlock option. Nubia Z40S Pro comes with a 5000 mAh battery, while iQOO 10 comes with a 4700 mAh battery. I have managed to get 7 hours and 20 minutes of screen on time on Nubia, while I have got 6 hours and 35 minutes of screen on time on iQOO. The difference gets even bigger if I use Monster Mode in iQOO 10. I always say this in all of my comparison videos, screen on time depends on a lot of settings, usage pattern and preferences, so it may vary from person to person. iQOO 10 took 22 minutes to get fully charged, while Nubia Z40S Pro took whopping 35 minutes to get fully charged. I think I need to mention iQOO 10 gets 50% charged within 9 minutes and Nubia Z40S Pro takes around 15 minutes to get to 50%. Well, we have reached almost the end of this video. It's time for verdict, but before verdict, I have a few words. I have a few things that I want to share with you. Number 1, customer care or customer support. Number 2, availability of accessories. Number 3, resale value. I mean, whenever I buy a smartphone, I always think about these 3 things. Check this. This is a 80-watt NeoCharge charger that Nubia offers inside the box of Nubia Z40S Pro, and they also sell this one separately. So if you lose your 80-watt charger, you can buy this one, and this one is not expensive. But if you lose the 120-watt charger that comes inside the box of iQOO 10, you are in deep trouble, because Vivo doesn't sell 120-watt chargers separately, and even if there are some other flash charge chargers available on Vivo website, those are way too expensive. So for availability of accessories, OnePlus gets the highest point and then Nubia. But it's really very difficult to get accessories for iQOO 9T. Now let's talk about customer support. As OnePlus, Oppo and Realme share the same customer support or customer service centers, there are a lot of OnePlus customer service centers. And yeah, as iQOO is a sub-brand of Vivo, any Vivo customer service center is a iQOO customer service center. But it's a bit difficult for Nubia. I have never seen any offline customer support center of Nubia, ZTE or Red Magic. We always have to depend on online services, like we have to apply online and then send back the product by courier service. They do the fixing and then they send the smartphone back. So that's an issue for Nubia smartphones. Finally, let's talk about resale value. As I live in China, resale value of iQOO and Nubia is almost zero. If an iQOO smartphone is used for a day, you won't find anybody who'd like to buy it. That's really a bit of a crazy thing. I don't know about other countries. If resale value is different in your country, then please make a comment and let me know. But as I live in China, here only iPhone gets a very good resale value. After iPhone, it's Huawei, and then almost everything is same. But Xiaomi smartphones these days are getting good resale values, and then it's Oppo, then Vivo, and then everything else is the same. Well, finally it's time for verdict. What do you think? Which one is the winner? I'm not gonna say this one is winner or that one is winner, because based on my personal preferences, I'm gonna go with this Nubia Z40S Pro. I actually prefer better BCD. What does BCD means? B for battery life, C for camera performance, D for display performance. And as this Nubia Z40S Pro offers better battery life, better camera performance, better display performance, so I'm gonna choose this one. If you're gonna choose this iQOO 10 or iQOO 90, then also please let me know the reason. I always love to read your comments. I will wait for your comments. And if you have found this video helpful, then please take a little while, click on the like button, subscribe to this channel, support honest content.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you.